Welcome, everyone. Thanks for being here. And we're going into our second session. Thanks for adjusting to the time change that we're working starting at 1:30 instead. Just a big welcome. And for those of you who are new to the session, there might be a few of you. A couple things. Really be very, very careful about what your workspace is that you're working in. Make sure you have room, that you don't have a throw rug or a small animal or a small child running around your feet. You want to make sure that you are safe in your workout space, which is now your designated workout space. If you have a chair without arms and no rolling, that would be great to have. I will do some sitting, going from sitting to standing, always giving that as an option. You can always sit down at any point. Please know this is your workout and you are your coach. Since I'm not seeing you, most of you have heard information about things you should or shouldn't do, depending on what your level of fitness is, or if you have any contraindications. Please follow the advice of your healthcare provider. So if I'm doing something that you've been told not to do, please don't do it. Remain safe. One of the things that Roberta just said, and I just want to talk about this briefly, is it would be great if you have graduated from the soup can to a dumbbell or a few sets of dumbbells. In order to get stronger, it's really important to have a progressive overload. So you don't have to go heavy. You can start light, and I encourage you to start light, but know that those COVID cases are over and we are no longer using soup cans. If that's all you have, that's great, but with the intention of more later. That's a really important piece. All right, let's get started. We're going to get started standing, going into a warm-up. And I always like to start in talking about a proper alignment, which is ramping your head back, shoulders down, your ribs are down. You're finding the bony protrusions in the front of your pelvis. Those are your ASIS bones, front of your pelvis. And you just want to line them up so they run through, a line runs through the middle of your knee, down through the middle of your foot. So the outer edges of your feet are parallel to each other. And this is what's called kind of an optimal stance. A lot of us walk turned out, myself included, but we want to bring the alignment back as much as we can, not force it. But it's a really good way to think about body weight loading up bones, which is really an important thing for all of us to be thinking about doing. So just start by standing, and let's just let the arms go front to back in that position. So your head is ramped, your thumbs are pointing up, and your palms are facing in towards each other. And you're just moving those arms front to back in a neutral position. So getting some range of motion through your shoulders and getting some movement here. Nice. Now I want you to bring your arms overhead, and you may lose the top of my hands just because of our camera angle, and lower down. So bring them all the way up and all the way down. And as you do this, I want you to add some heel lifts up and down, and lifting and lowering, and lifting and lowering. So this is a great way to get information about what's going on with your lower leg, with your calves, with your ankles. Very important for balance and for gait to have strong lower leg muscles. That would include your shins, your calf muscles, and mobility through your ankles. Hold it right there and just start by rolling those shoulders around, moving them from the front to the back and letting the elbows go. And as you do this, increase your inhale through your nose, exhale through your nose. So you're just adding some breath and moving those arms and shoulders in and around and feeling the ribs staying down. Let's reverse it. Bring the shoulders from the back to the front, back to the front. Good. And you can let your elbows go along for the ride. Just bringing it, making it a little bigger, arms extended and around, and one more time, and stopping there. Take your feet out to the side, and let's just take little side to side action. So you're turned out at the hips, right here, external rotation at the femur and the hip socket, and your knees are just tracking over ankles. And you're just going to open and close, taking those arms across. Keep your arms low and lower than your shoulders, and just moving. So one of the reasons for a warm-up, there's a couple of reasons we do warm-ups before we do exercises, is getting the synovial fluid through the joints, getting some blood flow into the muscles, also getting the muscles ready for the work they're about to be doing. And just starting with some small version of what the heavier load of the workout will be. So do one more and let's hold this. So now your right knee is bent, your arm is overhead, and you're just going to circle that around and take it up and going back side to side. Let those arms just cross in front. That's it, keeping them palms facing down. And then just this right arm over and down. Good. Getting a lateral flexion right here through the side abdominal muscles. Good. Let's do two more. And this will be your last one. You're going to hold this, circle that arm around, and come back up. From here, I want you to lift one toe at a time. See if you can see this. So it's like you're doing a heel dig, but you're pulling and drawing the top of your foot towards your shin. So working on increasing your range of motion through the ankle joint. Good. Now I'm going to add a little bicep curl side to side. That's it.
I don't like her.
Good. 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Turn your toes to face front and alternate toe lifts. You're just shifting right here, keeping those toes lifting and shifting your weight side to side. Then bring your feet in a little closer, and you're going to just start by walking in place, moving the arms front to back, getting movement through your arms, palms facing in. And then from here, gradually lifting one knee at a time, keeping a nice vertical line from the shoulder to the hip. So the top of the head reaches up to the ceiling, back of the head in line with the spine. You're maintaining that long vertical line as you lift and lower. So just start by tapping 1 and 1. And one of the things that you might notice is that your breathing is changing because your heart rate is going up. That's it. And swinging one arm forward and the other back. Good, right here. Nice. And then from there, opposite arm coming up as you lift. So you're going into a cross crawl, cross crawl. Good. And then pick up your pace as you do this, keeping it going. And as one leg is coming up, the other leg is pushing into the ground. So you're getting resistance from the floor as you go for 4, for 3, for 2, and for 1. Good. Shake out your legs. Shake out your shoulders. Give it a little shake and let that shoulder girdle lift and lower on the rib cage. Perfect. Stay right there. I'm going to turn and face my chair. And I've got my hands on the chair, depending on how high the back of your chair is. You don't need to be holding on, but here's an option. Roberta, I'm not sure everyone is muted. So just so you know, I'm getting a little sound. You can just take a look at that. Heels lifting and lowering, heels lift and lower. So you're just going into a heel raises, heels up and down, heels up and down. So the message is up, down, and it's like an elevator. Lift, lower, lift, lower, lift, lower. From here, add a thump. So drop, drop, lift and drop. You can go gently with this drop, or if you feel like you are able to, see if you can add a gentle thud, thud, thud. So what you're doing at this point is sending impact into the bones. Good. So let's do 8 and 7 and 6 and 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stopping there, shaken out. Now take your right heel forward and take your hands, put them way up at the top of where your hip flexors are, and push your hip flexors back as you lengthen your spine. So I'm going to give you a side view here, reaching. This leg is long. This arm is reaching, but not necessarily touching, but I've got a long spine. Hands back on top of the thigh, and then you're just going to wag the toe without moving the top of your leg. So I've got my hands at the top of the leg, to make sure that I am, number one, supporting my upper body in this position, but also I don't want the top of my leg to move. I want this movement to happen just in the ankle joint. Yeah. We got a couple people talking.
Yeah, you know what, Mary, I'm gonna interrupt for a minute.
Group of women, and I left it on there, it's on the main phone, so it's beeping a lot, and I want you to listen to it.
I can't, I'm watching.
I don't mean this minute.
Just a minute. Everybody who is not muted, please mute yourself. I had made you a host, Mary, so I can't do that to everyone, but if you're not muted now, please mute yourself. Thank you.
Taking your left foot forward, one hand on either thigh, pulling your hips back, lengthening through the spine. Same thing. We're going first for a stretch, reaching it here, hands back up on top, and then wag the toe. Wagging in, out, in, out. Good. You've got 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Good. Drop it down. Good. Stay right here. You're now in a staggered stance. Great base of support. It's a different stance from here. A staggered stance is a little bit less stable. So from here, with that left foot forward, right leg slightly back, bring your arms up and give me a little lean over to one side. Pressing your feet firmly into the floor. Get a stretch through that rib cage. Use these side muscles to pull yourself back up. Let's do that one more time. Over you go. Strong. Press your feet firmly into the floor. Activate these muscles. Pull yourself back up. Lower your arms. Great. Let's change sides. So now your right foot slightly in front. You're in a staggered stance. There's my little angle view. Take your arms up, straighten your arms, and over you go. Reaching the arms long. Take a breath. Using these muscles, pull yourself back up. Lower your arms. One more time. Up you go. Elbow straight. Reaching over. Breathing here. Use those muscles. Pull yourself back up and lower the arms. Great. Shake it on out. Shake, shake. Okay. Good. So a couple things I just want to mention before we go into our first set. I know that many people have hip replacements, knee replacements, and you know or should know as you've gone through your physical therapy and talking to your surgeon, what things you should not do. So there are certain things you don't want to do depending on if you've had an anterior or a posterior hip replacement. So some of the things are a deep flexion at the hip, dropping below 90 degrees. So you want to be careful about that, or else a big extension through the leg, super careful about that, or crossing your legs over. So those are some things to keep in mind. And if there's other things that you have been, that you know that you shouldn't be doing for one reason or another, please again, pay attention to that. So as we go into it, because we're going to start with squats, but you're not going to drop below a 90-degree angle. So go ahead. If you have 2 dumbbells, 2 soup cans, or 2 something, grab them. And if you don't, you can use body weight. So I've got 2 dumbbells. I'm going to pick them up. I'm going to have start with 1 in each hand. So as I talked about last time, squats are the fundamental exercise of every functional exercise. Squats are the basics for so many things. And the reason is you are strengthening your posterior chain using your posterior chain of muscles. Your posterior chain of muscles includes your glutes, includes your hamstrings, your calf, and even the muscles under your feet. And they help you to project yourself forward, move yourself forward, propel yourself forward with a posterior driven, dropping yourself slowly down, getting yourself back up again, all those different things. So very important. So we're working on the squat. So let's grab 1 weight. If you are someone who knows that you cannot drop into a squat standing, you can come to in front of your chair and you will be coming down to the chair and pressing yourself on up. Okay, so we have a couple of options here, but I want you to start with your feet about shoulder width apart, 1 weight in each hand. Your head is ramped back, your shoulders are down, and your ribs are down. And we're going to drop which means from the squat, you're flexing at the hip, knee, and ankle, and the pelvis drops straight down. So off we go. I'm going to show you the side view. We're lowering 1, 2, 3, push up on 1, lower 1, 2, 3, press up on 1, lower 1, 2, 3, push up on 1, lower 1, 2, 3, push up on 1. Let's do 4 more. Lower 1, 2, 3, and up. Lower 1, 2, 3, pressing up. Hips going back and down. 1, 2, 3, and press up. One more time. 1, 2, 3, press up. Stopping there. Nice. I'm going to move my chair out of the way because I'm going to take some lateral steps, meaning I'm going to travel side to side. So I've got 2 weights. Again, these might be lighter weights because I'm going to hold the weights by my side. So you decide if you want to even use weights. Starting with 2 steps to your left, and then come back with 2 steps to your right. And again, 2 steps to your left, and 2 steps to your right. And so I am looking at my shoulders, hips, knees, and shoelaces continuing to face front. So I'm not turning those legs out, and I'm working the muscles in my hip, the side of my hip right here, these small hip muscles. Good. Now see if you can do it, keeping your legs perfectly straight. So you're not bending your knees. Step and step. And you're moving from the hip, not pushing off from the feet. Couple things. So push your weight back into your heels. So you're using that posterior chain starting as you push off and push and push. Let's do a few more. 2 steps, arms are long, 2 steps to come back, 2 steps and going back. Nice. Hold it here and take a little side to side. Just breathing and letting loose. Good. Come back up. And we're going again to your left, 2 steps. And from here, I'm going to see if I can lift and lower that leg. Take 2 steps and lift and lower back down. So now I'm on 2 feet, 2 steps, shifting my weight to the left. I lift my right and lower back to 2 feet, 2 steps, hold, lift, lower. Let's go again. 2 steps, lift, lower. 2 steps, lift, lower. 2 steps, lift, lower. One more time. Steps, lift, lower, stopping there. Let's put those weights down. Take your hands. If you've been clenching, let's do a little unclenching and releasing. Press your palms together. Heels down, drop the arms down a little bit lower, and taking a rotation right here. So this is a great way. We've done this before if you've been doing this with me. This is a great way to release the muscles that are in your forearms as well as your wrist. And they take a lot of the work. Every time you pick up a weight, you're using your wrist and your forearm muscles. So sometimes they fatigue faster than the other muscles, the bigger muscles that you're using. So we pay attention to that and try and give them a little love. Let's go back to some squats. So we're doing 1 in each hand again, and we're holding here. And again, I want to also talk about squats because it's a complex exercise, but super important. You want to get it right, and you definitely don't want to be dropping into your knees. See what drops down, hips back up, right? Okay, so let's do it again, but this time I'm going to change our count. We're going to lower down in a 3 count, which means we're slowing down the eccentric phase of this contraction, and then come up on quick 1. Let's go. Lower down. 1, 2, 3, push up strong. Lower. 1, 2, 3, strong up. That's it. Do it again. Lower. 1, 2, 3, push into your heels, come up. Lower. 1, 2, 3, all the way up. And again, so the back stays straight. 2, 3, and lift. Lower. 1, 2, 3. Squeeze your glutes at the top. Lower, 1, 2, 3, and press. Let's do one more. Lower, 1, 2, 3, and press, and stopping there. Putting those weights down. Put your hands on your glutes. So these are your gluteus maximus. I think you all know that, but I never like to assume because some people are not sure. So you're holding here, drop down into that squat. And as you come on up, squeeze your glutes, clench them nice and tight. So you want to do that at the end of each squat. You want to contract those glutes as strong as you can. All right, let's come back. 2 weights. We're going into those lateral steps again. So toes pointing forward, head ramped up, shoulders down, ribs down. Good. Let's take 2 steps. 1, 2, shift, shift. Look at that. 1, 2, shift your weight, and 1, 2, 1, 2, keep it going, 2, shift. Legs are straight, your weight is back in your heels. 1, 2, step, good, kind of like a monster walk. That's it. Think about Frankenstein. 2, straight legs, back, 2, and notice this leg's not going high. 1, 2, it's just a press and a press. 1, 2, press, press. Go again. 1, 2, press it up, push it up. One more time. 2, press, and stopping there. Nice job. Take a breath. Let it go. Side to side. Good. We're going into our third and final set of squats. So if you can, let's go right away. So you're starting with your feet shoulder width apart, pointing forward, head ramp back. And we're going to do the same thing, lowering down on 3, coming up on 1. Off we go. Lower. 1, 2, 3. Push up on 1. Squeeze your glutes. Lower. 1, 2, 3. Push up on 1. Contract those glutes. Lower. 1, 2, 3. Up on 1. And again, lower. 1, 2, 3. Push up on 1. Let's do 4 more. Lower. 1, 2, 3, and press up. You may notice that your heart rate is going up because you're using your biggest muscles. Lower. 1, 2, 3. Find your foot points. Big toe, little toe. This is your last one. 1, 2, 3, and push up and stopping there. Come to full extension. Full extension through your legs. Legs are straight. Toes pointing forward. We're going to the left. 2 steps and 1 abduction and close. 2 steps and 1 and close. Again, 2 steps and lift and lower. 2 steps and lift and lower. Keep it going. So one of the things that we're thinking about when we do this series again is having monster bands that would be on your ankles. So as you would be doing this, you would be having another level of resistance. So we're warming you up for that, but still using those gluteus medius muscles, side of the hip, really important for balance, of course. 2 more times. 1, 2, can you float it up, lower it down? 1, 2, float it up. Last time, both directions. 2, lift it, lower it. 1, 2, lift it, lower it. Perfect. Bring those 2 weights together as if they're one. You can put them on your chair or lower them down. Careful as you lower, and just come back with me and just a little shaken out, little jogging in place. You don't have to jog. You can shift your weight, just getting the muscles to be loosened up after that strong engagement. And then from here, a little rotation. Take those arms into a big figure 8. Drop and lift, drop and lift, drop and lift, drop and lift. It's 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Spread your hands wide. Take hold of those top fingers. Draw them back. Easy through the wrist. Change direction underneath. Stretch again. Change sides. Stretch the fingers back. Take a breath. change again, under, and let it go. Shake it out. All right, let's go into our next cycle. So in case you're wondering, I'm setting up these exercises, 2 exercises within a cycle, and we're trying to do 3 sets of each. So that's what we just did. We did 3 sets of squats, 3 sets of lateral steps. And the reason about sets is it helps you to build endurance. Your first set could actually be your warm-up set. You could think of that as getting that pattern of movement into your muscles and your body. And then your second and third set is like, it gives you another opportunity to, okay, I got it. I'm going to work a little harder and thinking about that. But doing 3 sets with rest in between allows your muscles to then gain that level of endurance, which is also an important part of strength training, is having something be able to sustain for an extended period of time. So we're going into a lateral squat, which is a little bit different from what we were just doing. So we're taking our legs side to side. We're not going to do this with any weights at the beginning. We're going to do our first set, just going through the movement. So now you can see that we have taken a wide stance. And so we're going to go into hip going back, shoulders coming forward, knee tracking over ankle and coming back up. So it's almost like a single leg squat, but I'm traveling side to side. Okay, so let's do it without weight. I'm going to do the first set, flipping from going sideways so you can see. I'm doing the same thing I'm doing the same thing that I did in the other, which is I am also flexing at my hip, knee, and ankle, taking my weight back. Back stays flat. Okay, so let's take it. Let's go over to the left first. Ready? We're going to lower in a 3 count. 1, 2, 3, up on 1. Over 1, 2, 3, up on 1. Over 1, 2, 3, up on 1. So I'm just changing my view. Don't turn sideways with me. Just stay facing front. Up on 1. Over 1, 2, 3, up on 1. Let's go the other way. Over 1, 2, 3, up on 1, and stopping there. Good. Let's give those hands something to do. Let's put them in a prayer position so the palms are together. Roll your shoulders down and your ribs are down. Head stays ramped back. So your goal when you're doing this is to keep that back flat. One of the things that happens as you start rounding, you're loading up your lumbar spine, which we don't want to do. As much as you can keep the back flat and straight and in alignment, the better it is for building the muscle in the posterior. If you find you can't go any further, that you start rounding, that's your stopping point. Okay, you want to stop there because your good form is more important than your range of motion. All right, let's take those legs out and palms together for a prayer position. And let's travel over 1, 2, 3, up on 1. Other side. 1, 2, 3, and up. Keep it going. Flat back. 2, 3, and press. Over 1, 2, 3, and press. Over 2, 3, and push. Over 1, 2, 3, and press. Let's do 2 more. Over 1, 2, 3, and up. Other side. 2, 3. One more time to the left. Over, hips back. 2, 3, coming up. Other side. 1, 2, 3, and up. And stopping there. Great. So come on back. Grab your weights. We're going into an overhead press, which is here. So I'm going to do it, and I think let's all do it, if you can, sitting on your chair. So grab your weights, come around to the front of your chair, and you're sitting on the edge of your chair, and you're having your weights here right at your shoulder. So I'm going to face sideways so you can see. I've got them at my shoulder. They're not resting on my shoulder. They're here. Okay? So put your weights back down. So here you want to maintain that long spine. So here's a funny thing about chairs with backs. When we start using a chair with a back and lean into it, we lose the quality of our abdominals. So you want to sit on the edge of your chair And you want to have your abdominals engaged here. So they're going to support you, bringing the weights here to the shoulder. And we're going to start one arm at a time. Up on 1, lower 1, 2, up 1, lower 1, 2, up on 1, lower 1, 2, up on 1, lower 1, 2, up 1, lower 1, 2, straight up 1, 2. If this overhead press is too much for you, then just don't do it. Overhead press and 1, 2. Let's do 4 more. Up on 1, 1, 2, up 1, 1, 2, and up 1, 2. One more time. Lift and stopping there. Good. Put the weights on your legs. Push yourself on up to standing. Proper put down with those weights, moving your chair out of the way. And you're coming back to the lateral squat. Okay. Palms together. So here's the thing that you can also do. You can also try one weight. So I'm going to demonstrate this with one weight, and I'm going to hold this weight low. So I'm going to go over 1, 2, 3, up on 1, other side, 1, 2, 3, up on 1. If that doesn't feel good, just bring your hands back into the prayer position. And 1, 2, 3, push up 1, over 1, 2, 3, push up on 1, over 1, 2, 3, push up on 1, keep it going, 1, 2, 3, up 1, other side. Nice. One more time, each side. 1, 2, 3, and press. Last one here. 1, 2, 3, press, and stopping there. Great. Bringing my chair back. Doing this sitting. You could do this standing if you wanted to, but with the sitting, it helps take the weight and the stabilization out of your upper back. So sitting helps you engage those core muscles a little bit more. Sitting on the edge of your chairs, weights here. Let's try both weights together. Off we go. Up on 1, lower 1, 2, up on 1, lower 1, 2, push and 1, 2, and press. 1, 2, 4 more. Lift. 1, 2, straighten through the elbows. 1, 2, and lift. 1, 2 more times. Up, 1, 2, one more time. Up and stopping there. Nice. Weights down. Press yourself on up to standing. Weights all the way out of your way. Your last set of lateral lunges. You can do this with a weight, or you can do it without. And let's start with the feet out to the side, and off you go. Lower 1, 2, 3, push up on 1. Up. See, I've changed, hold on. I've changed the position of where I'm holding this weight. Let's do that. So bring it up to your collarbone. So it's not going to hang low. It's going to be up high. Lower 1, 2, 3, push up on 1. And again, 1, 2, 3, and press over 1, 2, 3, and up. Keep it going. 1, 2, 3, and lengthen. Good. Straighten each time. Come all the way up each time. 1, 2, 3, and up. Other side. 1, 2, 3. Let's do one more each way. 1, 2, 3, and up. This is your last one. 1, 2, 3, up. Stopping there. Great. Grab your chair. Last set of overhead presses. So this is a really good way to decide, are these weights too heavy for me? Are these weights too light for me? So when you're doing overhead presses versus using weights for when you're doing squats, you're going to probably want to use different size weights. Your muscles in your shoulders are smaller than your muscles in your legs, right? And so just working on that, just think that's just something to think about as you're purchasing weights or when you're trying to figure out what weight to use of your assortment, if you have any. All right, so here you go. Up on 1, we're doing one arm, other arm. Up on 1, now give me 2 arms, both up and lower. Just the right arm, up on 1, 1, 2. Left arm up on 1. Good, both arms. push and lower. And again, right arm up and lower, left arm up, and both arms push straight up, slow to lower, head ramp back up on one and lower, other arm one and lower, and push. And one more time, everyone, up on one and lower, and one and lower, and push, slow, lower, down. Great. Those weights on your legs, pushing yourself back up. Take those weights, put them off to the side, and come on back to me. And let's come back using our chair. So I want to do something a little bit with the chair, and then we're going to do another set of weights if we have time. So this is a balance exercise. It's called the Y. Y. So think about the way you were, if you were standing on a Y with the stem of the Y in front of you, and then behind you are the two angles that go out like this, going right and left, right? So here's one, and then here. And you're right in the middle where the stem meets the V of the Y. You're standing there. You're taking a pelvic lift. You also have your chair to help you with balance, because this is a balance and mobility exercise. So I want you to do what's called a pelvic lift into your right leg, which means you're dropping the hip of that right hip, and this left leg frees up. So I'm going to reach that left foot as far forward as I can, and I'm going to do it again. So I'm bending my right knee and hinging at the hip and coming up, and reaching it long and coming up. And I'm going to show you side view and up. So this is a small hinge and coming up, and I'm going to do one more, forward and coming up. Good. Now I'm staying on this leg. I'm going to take this and take it out to this angle of the Y. So it goes out and putting it back together. Back out and pulling it back together. Back out and pulling it back together. And out and pulling it back together. Good. Now here comes the tricky part. You may want to do this facing your chair, but I'm going to show you this from the front angle so you can see it. I still have a pelvic lift. This leg is going to cross over and bring it in. So I'm going to show you. It's going to cross over and tap in, and cross over and tap in. Let's do two more. Cross over and bring it back. One more time. Cross over and bring it back. Shake out your legs. So you can see that's a mobility exercise, a balance enhancing exercise. It's also a strength building exercise. You would be feeling your glutes. You probably are. Let's do the other side. So one of the things about balance, there's so many different things. Just being aware of our balance is a big part of it. And drop that hip down is having range of motion and reactivity. So let's reach. I'll talk later. Hip reach and come back. And reach and pull it back. And reach it forward and pull it back. Two more. Reach it forward, pull it back. I'm going to show you the side view. I'm hinging at the hip and I'm bending that standing knee. One more time. Hinge, but my working leg stays pretty straight, and bring it in. My moving leg, this is my working leg. Yeah, let's take it out to this angle. And I'm reaching back and I'm pulling it in. Reaching it back and pulling it in. So it's on a little angle out and pulling it back. Two more. Out and back. One more time. Bring it out and bring it back. Now it's got to cross over. So I'm going to do this. I'm actually going to do it facing the back wall so you can see it. I'm crossing over and pulling it back, and crossing that leg over and pulling it back, and crossing over and pulling it back. One more. Crossing over and pulling it back. Bring it in. How'd you do? Take those hips side to side. Don't tell me. We'll talk later. Take your hips. Let them go. Nice. Come on back. All right. Let's go back to some bicep curls. Let's do that. So you can do bicep curls sitting or standing, whichever you prefer. I'm going to show you. a little different one. So I want you to stand. If you're standing, if you want, you can sit. Pelvis, your feet are pelvis width apart, and your elbow creases are facing forward. So you're going to lift up on one. Good. Take a look at what I'm doing with the heads of my weights. I'm turning them. So I do a little rotation, and then I'm going to lower down, rotation, pull them up, rotation, slow to lower, rotation, all the way up, rotation, slow to lower, rotation, all the way up, rotation, slow to lower, rotation, and again, up, rotation, slowly back down, rotation. Let's do two more. Up, in, slowly down, and one more time, up, in, slowly down, and stopping there. Good. Going side to side. Take a breath. Bring your feet parallel again. So we did some heel raises before, up and down. This time I want to add some arms. So your arms, when they lift, are going to go slightly in front of your shoulders, that angle. Okay, so I'm going to lift my heels, lift my arms, and lower. Take a breath, stop right there. Before you go, you can do this with one arm or no, not using the arms if you would prefer to do this holding on. Otherwise, you can do it with two weights or no weights, just do heels, or you can just do arms. So I'm putting two exercises together, calf raises and lateral raises. Off we go. Up on one, down, press two, down, press three, down, press four, down, 5, 6, 7, one more time, 8, stopping there. Whew, little side to side. Take a breath. Inhale, exhale. Let's go back to the biceps. Elbows pointing forward. Good. Ready? Up on one, rotation, lower down, rotation, up, 2, rotation, slow to lower, rotation, 3, and lower, 4, and lower, 5, and lower, 6, and lower, 2 more, 7, and lower, one more time, 8, and stopping there, going side to side. Good. Bring it back, shoulders down the back, rotate those palms. We're going for heel raises. We're going to try for 8. If you need to stop beforehand, stop beforehand. And here we go. Up 1, and lift, and lift, and lift. We have 4 to go. 4, 3, 2, one more time. Nice job. Good. Sit on the edge of your chair. Put your weights on your top of your legs. Lower those weights back down and come on up to sitting. Roll your shoulders around. Take a breath. Good. So if you have a strap close by, would you grab your strap? Your bathrobe strap, your yoga strap, a Dynaband, whatever it is. So you're sitting and you're just going to take it underneath the arch of your right foot. So I'm here. And I'm just going to walk my hands down and keeping my back flat. So I'm going to go sideways so you can see here. And keeping my back flat. And I'm just getting a stretch through the back of the leg, lengthening through the spine. Take a breath. Inhaling, exhaling, releasing, and coming up. Take the other leg forward. Strap underneath the arch, sitting tall. I'm going to walk my hands down, and my goal is to keep my back flat and straight as much as I can. Forward, stretching through the calf, lengthening through the spine, and walking back up. Change. Good. Now take your strap, and you're holding it about shoulder width apart, And you're sitting on the edge of your chair and your feet are forward. And you're going to keep your pelvis from moving. So your sit bones stay put as you take your rotation through the thoracic spine to your right, back to center, lower those arms. Good. Now, as you lift, I want you to try pulling that strap apart so you create tension through your core muscles and shoulders. Take that rotation the other direction, nice and long through your spine. Bring it back to center and lower. And again, take it up, pull it apart, open to your left, back to center and lower. Relax, relax your shoulders, keep your ribs down, lift, pull apart. Now there's tension through your shoulders and your core muscles. Keep your hips from moving as you take that rotation to the left, back to center and lower. Shoulders up, shoulders down. Good. We're going to do that a few more times. Take it up, pull apart, rotation to your left, right, back to center and lower. Right away, up, pull apart, rotation the other direction, back to center and lower. One more time. Take it up and rotation, creating tension and core stabilization. As you take those arms up, pack your shoulders down. Keep your ribs moving back to center and lower. Good. Roll those shoulders around, take that down, and come back on up to standing. Good. Nice. And then standing tall, take a breath, and just putting your fingertips on your shoulders, elbows out to the side. Keep your focus to me as you take that left elbow forward and back to center. Right elbow forward and back to center. Keep it going. So your focus is forward. Your head and neck are not moving with this movement through your shoulders and your rib cage. And center. Let's do one more. And back to center and rolling. Nice. Good. Last thing we're going to do is on the edge of your chair. So come on back to the edge of your chair. And this is a pelvic rock. So I know we're all familiar with pelvic rock, oftentimes doing them on the floor. So you often will be doing them lying on your back, your knees are bent, and you're pressing the right behind your belly button into the floor and then your tailbone into the floor. So this is your pelvic rock standing. And we're not going to get to the floor, so we're going to do it on the chair. And basically what this is doing is just creating some mobility through that low back, right here through the pelvis. So sitting up tall on your sit bones, you can put your hands on the outer edges of your pelvis. And I want you to rock back like you're pressing the space right behind your belly button towards the back of your chair. So you're kind of hollowing out here a little bit. And then from there, press your chest and your ribs forward. So roll the front of your sit bones forward and then roll back, getting that great stretch through your low back, and think about hollowing out here and then come back up to neutral and then roll yourself forward. One more time, roll back, tuck your chin, come up and shift, and then come back up, and then facing front, come on back up to standing, and making sure that your weights are out of the way. Take your arms out to the side, and then just take your left foot, bring it out to the side, and then see if you can bring, really need this. Bring the heel of your foot right in line with your opposite toe here. So you're standing heel toe, arms up, arms open, and bring it back. Good. Let's have that chair at the ready. Always a good idea. That's why we have it. So you're here, taking that other foot out to the side. This is your right foot, and then bring the heel of that foot directly in front. So your heel toe and your arms are out to the side. Good. just feel this very narrow base of support you have. You are on 2 feet, but they're like on a ski, right? Just like a little slalom. So lots of activity happening through your toes, your ankles, your calf muscles. Feel it. And then bring that foot back. Lift your shoulders, exhale, bring your left arm across, take your feet a little bit wider apart, look over that shoulder, and then back to center, open, other arm comes across, look over that shoulder, and back to center, bringing your feet close together, take your arms up, let your palms meet, exhale, bring them right in front of you. So here they are. Lower them down a little bit, interlock your fingers, and then push the hands down, pushing the palms of your hands as you press forward. Push and straighten your elbows and bring it up. And then change the position, go down a digit, interlock, press down, press. Good. Open up through the back, shoulders down, ribs down, bring it back. Palms together, inhale, exhale, and let it go. Nice work, everyone. Good job. All right. So I'm going to leave it there, see if there's any questions that I can answer. I think, Roberta, you might be able to tell me if there's questions or comments in the chat that you want to share.
I do not see any questions in the chat today.
Okay.
But if people have questions, you can raise your hand and unmute yourself if you'd like to ask some questions. And also, if you each look on top where the view is, just press on gallery view, because unfortunately I made Mary the host, so I can't do that now.
Oh, do you want me to do it?
Yeah, can you just put gallery view and
Let's see. Where am I? Hold on.
way up on the top next to the right of the recording?
Yeah, my view is different from yours. It looks like I don't have, somebody has their hand up.
Okay, yeah, Richard. Richard, do you want to unmute yourself? Roger, I'm sorry, Roger.
There you go. I do get Richard a lot.
Do you? Sorry about that.
Okay, I have narrow ankles and wide front feet. So if I put the outsides of my feet parallel, I'm pigeon-toed. So what is the correct alignment?
You know, without seeing you, I can't say, but what do you feel is the correct alignment? How does it feel, your stance? So you're saying that you have wide front feet and narrow ankles, and if you put the outsides, then you're pigeon-toed. So go ahead and just take a rotation, a femur rotation, Roger, at the top, so that you're rotating out a little bit, so that your knees are tracking over your ankles. Does that make sense?
Thank you.
Okay, anybody else? I can only see 7 people for some strange reason, but it says there are 19 of you here. So unmute yourself and just call out if you have a question.
Oh, hold on here. I found it. Gallery. There we go. Okay, now there's everyone. Okay. Anyone have any thoughts? Okay, well, if you don't want to raise your hand or ask, you can put a question or comment in the chat or email us and let us know how this was for you. Or if you have any questions or things you'd like to see or whatever works. So I think that might be it, unless anybody has anything they'd like to add.
How many men are there here?
I don't
2.
know.
2, only 2. That's not very good.
Well, you need to get those men going.
We need more men.
I have a question. How heavy are your shoes? What's a good shoe to wear for this?
Oh, that's an interesting question. So here's a couple things. You don't have to wear shoes.
Okay.
Some people do this exercise barefoot, but some people can't be barefoot. My shoes are pretty lightweight. These shoes, I actually would prefer to do this without shoes on, but I have them on just so you can see my feet a little better, with my orange. But and also I'm on a rug, but so that's a little strange for me. But what are you wearing now?
I'm just wearing, your basic, running sneakers, whatever you call them, kind of shoes.
Yeah.
They seemed a
Kind of
little heavy for when I was lifting my leg up. That's all.
Oh, okay. Well, you can do this barefoot if that feels okay for you, or see if you can find a lighter shoe.
Yeah.
You know, shoes are a whole different discussion. There's so much controversy around shoes about what minimal shoes versus heavy duty shoes with big platforms. The thing you want to be careful of is that your platform isn't so big that you don't feel the ground anymore. It's really important and nice to feel the ground when you can, so a thinner sole, but I can't really speak. Everybody has feet differences, right? And so really whatever works for you, but it's nice if you can do this without your shoes on. You get that proprioception through your feet, which we need to wake up a little bit more. And so if that's a possibility, I would say that's great.
Great.
Mary, in relation to shoes, if they're using weights, does that feel safe to
Yes.
have shoes on?
Yeah, there's actually, it is, you just have to be careful you don't drop them on your feet.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, so everybody has to be careful. There's a lot of people who do lifting heavy weights without shoes or very minimal shoes for that particular purpose, which is you actually feel the ground more. You get more traction and it really comes up through the whole body. So I wouldn't go there if you've never done that before, and we're not lifting heavy weights, but the only reason is if you have an issue and you can't be barefoot, which many people are not comfortable that way, or you just have to be careful about what you're picking up and putting down and you don't stub your toe. Nobody wants that for sure. But
Yeah.
But it is safe, yes.
We have one question in the chat, which is, what is a realistic expectation for outcomes from this class?
What is your goal?
Julie, do you want to answer that? I don't know if she's still here.
So I'll tell you. Yeah, go ahead.
I don't know, I because I don't know much about this, and this is my first class. And I do yoga regularly, but I've never done this kind of thing. And I guess if I could wave a magic wand, I would like to build bone mass and be stronger.
Great. Okay. Well, let me tell you what my thinking is around this particular class. And Roberta and I have talked about this because, there's many ways to approach exercises. There's many opportunities for all of us to participate in programs, right? It depends on, what your goal is. And so my goal with a class like this that's online with people that I don't really know or see up close is an introduction to exercises that will help get you on the road to strength training. So we're doing strength exercises. We're going through the positions of push, pull, lift, rotation, all those things. And my goal is, talking about alignment and form, how important those are, and also why, and I keep pulling back into why this is important and relative to balance and fall prevention. Nothing's going to be fall prevention, but you can get better. You can get better at things, right? You can get better at proprioception. You can get better at reactivity, which is also part of us losing our balance, is being able to quickly right ourselves. So I would say, in answer to your question, the goal is for someone like you, Julie, it's perfect, I think, because you're someone who moves, but it's introducing you to a particular way of building towards a strength training practice. And I wouldn't say this necessarily we're meeting once a week. I'm not sure how big your weights are, what your form is, but you being the coach and being able to take this information in and then hopefully using that. I hope that makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah, and I would just add that once you kind of learn the basics and are starting to feel stronger, there are other classes elsewhere, like at the Y, where Mary also teaches, where you can do more advanced work. And Ashby Village actually is considering offering a more advanced strength training class, perhaps in 2026, if there's enough interest in that. So you can graduate.
Always working. So, you know, the important piece of strength training is progressive overload. Work, you know, if it feels easy, you want to make it challenging, but you want to do it carefully and systematically. So there's ways to definitely go about doing that. I would say this is the introductory piece.
I have a quick question also. This is Sheila. This is my first class too, but I do Qigong and I've done other things. But from what you just showed us, how often should we do that set that you just showed us? Or
oh, that's a good question. Twice a week is great. So this is recorded and you can access it. So strength training twice a week, giving yourself a little break in between. So you wouldn't want to do it tomorrow. You want to wait 24 to 48 hours to do it. That being said, we're not doing heavy lifting. But with the work that you're doing, twice a week is a really good way to start.
great.
And maintain, actually. Yeah, people can maintain and get better and stronger just doing strength training twice a week.